What's up, everybody? This is Student Car, and I apologize for not uploading that many videos or not going live today. But um, today's been a bit of a productive day for me. Pretty chill, out of like the longest time in a big fat minute. I have been looking into buying more cars, but most importantly, I've been looking into getting more Hot Wheels. Matchbox cars, the collection is officially complete. Um, Besides the Matchbox moving parts, which I believe should be this pack here, the moving parts mix 3, I believe, for 2026. I was going to purchase it last night actually. Is this mix right here, which consists a Mini Cooper, a Jeep Wagoneer, a 1994 Lotus Spirit, which would be a good addition to my 80s collection. I think it's a Toyota or Nissan Sequoia. I'm not really sure. I might be butchering it. And um, but yeah, this is what I'm kind of looking forward. excuse me, to adding to my collection. I was also going to get this one as well, with the Ford Thunderbird in white. I already have the last version that came out. The 2026 Polestar J, which I have the gray one already. The 2024 Lexus IS 500F Sport. The Ford Bronco Raptor, which I probably won't end up keeping. I don't really pay attention too much to Matchbox moving parts. Um, Chases, I more or less end up like either just like keeping him on the side or keeping him as a collectible, but I don't open the pack. What I go for here is the other vehicles, like the Polestar, the Lexus LS, the other Lexus in black, the Ford Maverick, and the Volkswagen van, which is really just something that I am after. Um, I most like just for the majority of the time, I'm actually really just more into older Hot Wheels models. I know I have a whole collection dedicated to them, but it's never late to have it's never too late or never too many if you have a lot of old 80s Hot Wheels. Um, I've specialized the majority of my collection, which is about roughly like 30 to 25%, into like these Hot Wheels black walls, which um, which I'm heavily into. Like I said, it's always the wheels that I'm after, but also the body styles that came during that time. So really, it just has to do with just the aesthetics and also the wheels that I go for. That old timey aesthetic is what I really go for when it comes to collecting stuff like this. But it is usually very rewarding collecting cars from back in the day. I plan on eventually getting more, but for right now, not really, since I kind of have to pause a little bit and check on what I have now. Like I said, I spent the better half of today off of camera, um, really just organizing my collection of Matchbox cars that I have in that gray box that I featured in the past live, I believe, past two lives. So yeah, pretty much that's what I've been doing today, is just like organizing and going through my Matchbox cars. I actually have to go to the grocery store again today to buy more wall pegs or the thumbtacks for the wall to put those extra cards that the cards that I already have opened, um, but they're the sealed versions as you've seen, and they're gonna go to the wall, probably either on the wall behind me, or they're gonna probably go in the other wall, across the other wall in the display. So yeah, pretty much this is about the latest of an update that I really could I really could technically go for. Like I said, I have scrolled through eBay and I've looked through stuff that I want personally, like my moving parts collection. I have the majority of what is the 2023 collections, and some old stuff like the best of Matchbox, um some convoys that I want, some HO stuff that I want for the diorama, some Johnny Lightning 1950s models that I also want to complete my collection, the moving parts as I've showed you earlier, another yellow taxi from my Centerville area, and really it consists of a lot of things that I really want, but I don't think I might be able to acquire. I don't think I don't think I might, excuse me, I don't think I might be able to acquire them quite yet, but it would be fun to acquire these models, uh, either opened, well, the Matchbox cars, some of them can be opened, that I'm gonna buy eventually, but definitely, Bel Airs and the Johnny Lightnings that go up on the upper top of my wall, those will definitely be purchased eventually as time progresses. But for now, I think I have to focus on really just delving down into completing the certain collections that I've opened myself upon. Like there's literally this one right here, which is the Matchbox 5 pack, which I would literally only be needing the very one to the left, which is this here, which has the Lexus and I believe BMWs, Porsche, all that sort of stuff. But I'm not really a fan of the other 5 packs that come with the set. Like I said, there's the Hummer, and then there's that one Chevy right there, and then there's another older Chevy there. But really, everything else in the pack that's sold with this one, I don't think I would be interested in. I'd probably end up reselling these packs if I ended up getting this, but for 140, it's too much. Just for me to only want one pack, it's really not worth it. So yeah, it's a lot that you have to keep in mind, um, when purchasing stuff like this, and then obviously Woodland Scenics lights that I want for my buildings and the diorama. It really just has to do with a lot, especially like a bunch of details and stuff. But yeah, this is where I get all my diecast stuff, all my cars, my vehicles, really just about everything in my collection. I get it here. Like, let alone this freaking car right here is like $24. I have the Grand Prix. I mean, there's like so many like 60s cars that I have to still collect, that I have on my wish list right now that I really want, but I can't get yet because I have to wait. But there's like a huge list. There's like a very huge list of what I want. Like this 2026 Matchbox moving parts Ford Focus RS, I have it in gray. I have it in blue. It'd be nice to have it in orange. And like to be really honest with you guys, I'm a very big Ford fan. Like I own a Ford myself, which I don't think I featured on my channel yet, but I'll eventually get around to it. About Matchbox, I mean Hot Wheels Silver Series, Fast and Furious, the Silver Series, which I would really want this pack for the Chevy Camaro, the 1973 Chevy Camaro, and really the 66 Ford 427 Fairlane. I'm also into Mopars as well. But really, it has to do with taste. I feel like it has to do with my taste whenever it comes to some of these vehicles. It for sure is a bit of a treat. But yeah, this is pretty much everything that I've been looking at. I mean, it's a long list. It's a long list, but I would be sure if I could get my hands on whatever I need to get here in my list, it'd definitely be a bunch of stuff. My BB guns for my BB gun collection, which I doubt I'll get this bid right here. And then the hot ones. This here, I don't know. Oh yeah, 'cause it ended. Oh yeah, all of these ended. Yeah, all these ended. I missed out on these. Some other collectors eventually got to it. But a bunch of this stuff over here hasn't ended yet. But if it does end, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, I could always find them again. Some stuff I can't find, some stuff I will. Um, I was really close to ordering the two mixes from a wholesaler last night, but I didn't want to end up paying $80 just to find the models that I want. I have done I have gone around to doing that like in the past few releases from last year, but the majority of them I did find them in store. So I do have to play with time with other collectors and the scalpers. So in terms of getting my hands on more black walls and potentially eventually getting into red lines, um this older stuff is very scarce. Like it'll always be here. It just varies. Like there's always a market for this. I can always resell these black walls later on in the future. It's just the things that I am into that are aside this, I don't know if I will be able to resell. Like later on down the line. I might be able to, but probably not as much as these black walls that I have in my collection. I believe somebody here has a defect or an error card from the 80s for a black wall, which as you guys saw in my live, I have literally an error, but it's like a 2007 Matchbox card. So it really just has to do with all of that, I think. But yeah, here's where I'm gonna end off this video. I hope you guys enjoy. I know it's a bit different that I haven't gone live, but I'm currently uploading another video that I tried to upload last week about my Minecraft group. So I'm gonna have to just upload this video as a regular video and hopefully it gets views. I will see you guys in the next adventure. I might go out today and go hunting again for Matchbox cars and whatever I could find. But I hope you guys take care and I'll see you on the next one.